So, you see, 20 years ago, a game came out called Pokemon Red and Blue. Ninja, did you play Pokemon Red or Blue?
What's a Pokemon?
Exactly. Point is, people are hyped about some game that came out 20 years ago. Personally, I only play Pokemon X and Y. And Omega Ruby.
I played Ruby.
Close enough. Anyways, so in the spirit of Robot Ninja Paradise, we decided to bring a Too Spooky For Me video, cause we're a bunch of sellouts. So, here it is, Pokemon Lost Episode, Ash's Biggest Suicide. How could you have a smaller suicide? The year was 2000, and I was only 7. I started school late because I never attended kindergarten. Any comment?
No, sounds reasonable.
Alright. Around that time, I was a huge Pokemon fan. I collected just about everything I could that related to it. That was a sentence, apparently. I had stacks of Pokemon cards and tons of Pokemon toys, including shoes and clothing. I never missed a Pokemon episode either. I'd watch it every day it came on. But there was one episode in particular that was aired once and never aired again, ever. That's very convenient. This episode has scared me for life, and not because it was the worst possible thing I've ever seen, but because I had nightmares from it for about 6 months after I had seen it. Every night I'd have the same dream. The dream was about the episode that I saw. It was like I had a video recorder inside my brain, just like I remember it. Here is what me and many other children had seen in the area of Creton, New Orleans on the morning of June 23rd, 2000.
How convenient that nobody else remembers this.
How convenient it was in New Orleans. No one was going to do any research about New Orleans.
What is this? Some Squidward suicide?
The episode started out like any other episode would, with the Orange Islands theme song for the second season. Then the intro somehow went reverse. Then after the intro ended, a text showed up. The episode was called Ash's Biggest Suicide. As the episode starts, Ash, Misty, and for some reason Brock replaces Tracy, which is very odd. The gang are heading to a Pokemon Arts and Crafts tournament. What is that? Ash asks Brock why they're going to an Arts and Crafts. See, Ash is thinking like I'm thinking too. And Brock responds by saying, it helps to bond a friendship between a trainer and their Pokemon.
Right.
Ash responds by saying, but Brock, it's just arts and crafts. Then Brock gets real red in the face and responds in a very angry voice. You want to do the voice?
Alright.
Where's the voice? No, this is one.
Ash, we're gonna go to that goddamn tournament and that is how fucking backed.
Ash then gets really upset because this is unlike Brock, and it's like we're reading some kid's fanfiction or something to get that angry. And what's worse, cursing on a kid's television program. Dun dun dun.
I'm pretty sure that got by the censors.
The gang shrug it off and continue the tournament. As they arrive, Gary is there too, spending time with a girl of some sort. His Pokemon were helping Gary and his girl put up the tournament decorations. It was in a warehouse after all. Ash then noticed something strange. He looked under the arts and crafts table and there was an unusual item that caught his eye. Ash reached for it and then something unthinkable happened. Ash heard a beeping noise. Then...
They see.
It's a bomb.
Well,
I did notice something. Wait, what is it? Okay, you can just sit.
Ash reached for it and then something unthinkable happened. Ash heard a beeping noise and out of the blue it exploded into smithereens. When Misty and Brock looked over to the table, what they seen was very unfortunate and very disturbing. Ash was now missing his right shoulder, his left leg, and right abdomen.
Wait, so...
That was random?
How does, like... that was random.
That's not even a suicide.
Well, yeah, it was that, but I don't think he's dead yet, but, what's weird is, how did, like, it blow off, like, part of his left side, but also part of his right side? Like it blew off one of his right side.
I guess that makes sense. It should have blown them all up.
Like, it should have just, like, took off, like, one side, you know? Like,
No, it should just. If it said smithereens, it should have blown him.
Oh, that's true. He should be dead.
It must have been a grenade, thought Brock. Well, shoot. Is Brock like a genius? Sherlock Holmes kind of thing?
This is a fan fiction, isn't it?
Oh, God. For a second, I thought we were actually looking at a real Lost episode. But
it's not real.
Then Team Rocket can be heard in the background.
I found a CD on the side of the street the other day, dude. I was gonna pick it up, but then I was like, no. I don't want a Lost episode.
Then Team Rocket can be heard in the background, up to no good as usual. Meowth then zooms into Ash where his body is blown into bits. Ash isn't dead. What? But he was unconscious and on the verge of death. He had to be rushed to a hospital soon. Meowth says the plan worked.
What?
Oh, I guess that is how Meowth talks. So yeah, credits on that.
What?
In his usual accent. Oh, there, he wrote it for me. Okay. Jesse and James then rush over and snatch Pikachu, who is sobbing over Ash's remains. Was Pikachu even mentioned in the story before this? No, huh?
I think he was implied.
Well, I mean, I guess we would assume if you saw the show.
Yeah.
Brock then throws out his Onix and challenges into a battle. Yeah, I'm sure that's what you would do in that situation. Onix, kill Team Rocket, Brock said. Oh, sorry. Onix, kill Team Rocket, Brock said in a very angry voice. What was weird about this part of the episode is that Team Rocket didn't recite their motto like they do in every episode.
That's the weird thing. That's the weird thing.
The only weird thing, guys. What's more is that everybody else, excluding Brock and Misty, are having fun at the other arts and crafts tables like nothing happened. Because I'm sure arts and crafts is very, very amusing.
Modern art, dude.
Modern art. Beanies, canvases everywhere.
Yeah, beanies and canvases.
As Onix tries to attack Team Rocket, Meowth jumps into some unknown machine and has some sort of cannon on its arms. And for their head, it is Meowth as usual. Sounds like a robot to me, guys.
A robot?
But the cannons on the arms looked really huge. This machine was at least the size of a skyscraper in the same arts and craft building.
That's true. They didn't say the arts and craft building got destroyed. So I guess this is the biggest arts and craft building ever.
Yeah. For all those arts and crafts fanatics. The arms were also very huge. Fire the cannons, Meowth. Meowth. Jesse exclaimed to Meowth. I'm on it, Jeff, Meowth replied in a gulping tone. Meowth then fires the can at the Onix and a force field can be seen forming over the machine and Team Rocket as the explosion, or should I say atomic bomb? No, please don't say that. Fires away into the warehouse. James can be heard in the background laughing like a maniac. Misty can be heard screaming at the top of her lungs, and Togepi is nowhere to be found. Wait, was Togepi even mentioned either? No.
No.
Beautiful. A white light fades over the screen that lasts for about 15 seconds. And then when it fades away...
Wow, your watch.
Yeah. Then when it fades away, the entire orange islands looks like they were completely destroyed. Nothing was left but an ocean full of nothing. Nothing but an ocean full of nothing, guys. Nothing but an ocean full of nothing. Team Rocket.
Team Rocket then blasts away in the machine to somewhere very, very far away. This is where I thought the episode ended, but nope, it kept going for at least another 30 minutes. But hey, I'm not done telling the story yet, could you please just stop? As soon as Team Rocket blasts away from the scene, a whisper can be heard in the background that says, reach into thy night, so that thy night can become thy day.
What?
It then zooms down into the ocean, far, far down into the ocean. As the camera comes to a halting stop, Ash can be seen at the very bottom with a light reflecting over his face.
I bet he's still alive.
His body starts to reform itself. When it reforms, Ash then starts swimming to the surface. Then Lugia rushes in and grabs Ash. Which is weird because this was before the second Pokemon. That's the weirdest thing. Second Pokemon movie even came out. Yeah. Ash then notices that he is on a Lugia flying to the surface, and as they come up through the ocean surface, a horrifying scream can be heard back down at the bottom of the ocean. Ash asks Lugia what the sound was, and Lugia turned around and Ash looked at Ash and responded, "No, you had your time." Wait, Lugia can talk?
I guess he can now. I mean, he might have in the movie. I didn't see it.
Oh, that's true.
But I'm glad he pointed out his own plot hole in the movie thing there.
Yeah. And drops Ash off of his back and flies away furiously. Ash can then be seen falling very hard to the bottom of the ocean. He soon finds that the scream he heard was from Brock and Misty. Ash sees the two of them screaming helplessly for air as they drown, their lungs filled to the top with water, eventually killing them.
Okay, if this was an atomic bomb, they wouldn't even have lungs.
A rescue shopper can be seen in the area and somehow spots Ash. They throw a ladder down and Ash safely climbs to the top. Inside of the shopper is Daniela Ketchum, Ash's mother, and Professor Oak. They ask Ash why this could have happened, and Ash looks very angry and yet very sad at the same time. He responds by saying in a very angry tone, "Why did they have to die? Why couldn't it have been me? Why?"
You gotta say it more. Why do they have to die? Why couldn't it have been me? Why?
What am I fighting for?
Mega Man X.
I'm pointing out a reference. Gosh. His mother then tells him to calm down, and then Ash opens the helicopter door and jumps out. Oh, there's this big suicide, dude. His body.
I'd hate to see his minor suicide.
Yeah, I know. There's his biggest suicide, guys. Falling heavily. As soon as he lands, his body explodes into chunks of meat.
Wait, how come he didn't explode when Luigi had dropped him?
Yeah. Are they like old?
Why didn't the atomic bomb blow him up? Why didn't the bomb kill him? What's going on, guys?
Ash is like immortal unless he chooses to die, dude.
Apparently.
Haven't you read the coma theory? As soon as he lands, his body explodes into chunks of meat. This was so disturbing that instead of throwing up, I got an extremely bad headache. What?
Okay, I was hoping he'd get diarrhea, but
as the episode fades to black, it then cuts to a scene of Team Rocket with Pikachu. Pikachu has been literally stripped of its flesh. Everything inside of its poor little body can be seen. Bones, muscles, ribs, no blood. Though, weird. Weird.
The blood's the only weird thing here.
Pikachu can be heard breathing heavily. And Team Rocket, no, just stop, dude. Pikachu can be heard breathing heavily, and Team Rocket are now nowhere to be seen. Pikachu's heart then implodes and his body turns to mush. The episode then fades to black with a title card saying, "To be continued, never."
I hope this story is just like that title card.
This episode has forever traumatized everything I stand for. The newer Pokemon episodes have led me to believe that this isn't the same Ash. Every new season has a different Ash. But somehow they make it look like it's the same kid who caught all those Pokemon. After what I have seen, I can tell you for sure that this isn't the same Ash. No way possible. Well, this is the end of my story. I have nothing else to say. Okay, I guess we can just stop. And since up to now, I never watched another episode of Pokemon again. So the next time you come across this episode, don't watch it. Watch over things. It's for your own good. If any of you come across this episode somewhere on the internet, all I can say is don't watch it and don't read the story. Please don't. I don't want anyone to go through the same suffering I went through for the past 13 years. I don't want you guys to go through the same suffering I went through for the past 10 minutes. It's not worth it. If you're smart, you'll listen to my advice and be done with it. If you're smart, you won't read the story. If you don't, all I can say is good luck. If you read the story, you'll want to kill yourself. You're gonna need it.
Okay, I think it was just dumb because he mentions how it's not the same Ash, but then he mentions how he never saw another episode of Pokemon, so how would he even know that? And then the whole, don't read the story being at the end of it. You should have told me before we started reading it.
Yeah. So, what I'm saying here is, when you got such a giant community, everyone's gonna band together and make garbage like this. So, all those Pokemon fanfictions, all the Pokemon creepypastas, yeah.
So we want to know what your favorite Pokemon movie was. Was it the Pokemon Forever?
No, we don't.
Or Pokemon the first movie?
No, we don't.
Or what's the other Pokemon movies? We have too many Pokemon movies, guys.
No, we don't want to know that. Don't bother.
Does anyone even watch the show, or do they just play the games now? Play the games, don't watch the show.
So are we gonna do the thing?
The thing?
The thing.
What thing?
You know the thing.
Pokemon? Theme song? We're gonna do the theme song?
No. No, we're not getting that. No, you know what I'm talking about. You know, the giveaway.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna stop the narration from it.